What's up, YouTube people? We have a pretty decent crowd today. Thank you for showing up. I'm Nick. So, we spent an all day together with a lot of you here. Some of you have had to work. Bummer. It was a pretty exciting day. Thank you for giving us more time. All right, so we're going to be pretty quick today. We're going to deliver a message, a couple of messages. Hopefully, you get something out of it. The reason why we're doing this, one of the reasons, is we've had a lot of new members and we've had a lot of interest of non members. So we wanted to just remind people of some of the basics. So one basic component of being successful in investing in options is having not just the leverage. I mean, the leverage is exciting, but it makes them super dangerous. So confidence comes from having some control over that danger. So we're going to start off by a quick lesson, reminder, or at least a tickle to look into. Obviously, we can't do a full study over what's a vertical and why it's important in this environment. We are at all-time highs. We've had 3 red days, yes, but we are at all-time highs. The damage could be pretty big if we're not ready. So I'm going to use this opportunity to quickly introduce verticals. So we can make form an opinion, take a position by buying a call or buying a put, or selling a call and selling a put. But then I think these days we should hedge the bet by taking the other side. So somebody that does that very well is this guy next to me, and he's going to take it and tell us in his words why verticals are important and how he succeeds with them, how he uses them to clobber the market. His statistics are amazing. So go ahead.
Hey, thanks,
All
Nick.
yours.
Hey, so one of the things about vertical and why verticals are important is you can go naked on either a call or put, but you have to spend a lot of money, right? So one of the things that you want to do is who doesn't like a discount? So if you want a significant discount on whatever you want to spend, you go with a vertical. The advantage of a vertical is that you're buying a particular call or a put. And in addition to that, you're also financing that by selling a call or a put that is farther outside. There are a few things that will actually work to your advantage, especially where we will talk about this in our events, things like delta and theta decay. Options, they have a very specific time in play, so you typically would want to buy something that will work for you and have an erosion, or where whatever you have sold, it erodes quickly, so net net you make a profit. One of the things you would learn is that 60 to 70% of options every week and literally on 0 DT every day expire worthless. And how you benefit from that is you want to be on the other side where you have sold an option that is expiring worthless, which means you're making 100% of the entire premium. And that is exactly what verticals will help you achieve. Anything you want to add, Nick, on that one?
No, I live and die by verticals because I'm forcing myself to trade in a smaller account, I should say these days. So I don't have the luxury of bullying my wins. I mean, to a certain degree, you can cheat and bully your wins. So I'm living with verticals. You can make them a little bit wider to give you a little bit more dollars, but at least there is a limit to the risk. I think you covered it. If you need to, by the way, verticals are important, but then once you master that concept, you can venture into other diagonals and calendars. But the vertical is the most basic because the risk is definitely finite. The other ones have issues with timing. So no. And here's the other thing though. So the vertical is one thing that we need to look into, but the goal is to become the most complete trader and investor, right? So we're always looking for that. That's why you guys and girls are here. That's why we can convince 80 people to come here and listen after listening all day for some of you. So what's the next step? So options, it's not all about options. Options are great, but there are elements that we need to hedge even off hours. For example, What if something happened after hours, God forbid, and that was so horrible, and you're long and you need to hedge that? The vertical will not help you because it's after the fact. You're going to wake up tomorrow with the consequence of whatever happened overnight. It could be good, it could be bad, but you're at the mercy of the open. So, in order to be a complete investor and trader, I am 100% convinced. This is not like an if or an opinion. I'm very convinced that you need to know how to deal with the market after hours, and that's through trading futures. And we've had a lot of demand on learning futures. Well, it's not an easy concept to learn on your own. You can, it's pretty scary. Now it's a little bit easier with the micro, but it's scary to do it on your own. So you can go out there and plunk along for months and months, maybe years, or you can go and learn it in a condensed way, or at least get started on the right foot. So I want to encourage all of you to either start looking into the futures or start paper trading futures if you know it already. If you don't know it, we have a solution. If you know it already and you want to become much better and you want tools, we have a solution. So we do have, last year we threw events that sold out all year. We did the futures event, sold out, and we had demand for this year. So we said, okay, we'll do one in February. We did one, and then sold out, and then there were a bunch of people stuck. So we said, okay, we'll start another one like a week later in Texas, and we still have spots for that. So tonight I'm going to invite a few people to consider joining that event. The information is on the website. I'll get you a link in a bit, but I'll tell you why. Here's the kicker. If you learn futures, and they carry options as well. So if somebody has constraints with the PDT rules, this is a shortcut. You can trade as many times as you want. So a lot of people want to do iron condors, for example, and they say, I can't take it intraday because if I can't close it, I can't close it if I get in trouble, because they break the rules. You can do it once or twice, and then you've got problems. So here's what I noticed. When we come out of the events after Raghu delivers his beautiful content, and he can speak about that in a little bit, the confidence level from the people that level up. The conversation that comes out from them, level up. And you get tools, proprietary tools, and he can tell you about that. So I'm going to pass it to Mr. Raghu Ram. So he's, by the way, we call him Ninja for a reason. He's a accomplished trader on his own, full-time trader. He trades probably 80 times a day. No joke. This is reality. Don't bother him on Fridays because he's trading 80 times that Friday and has a bunch of stuff expiring. So I'm going to give him the floor to tell you a little bit more about the content, and hopefully I sold you on the idea to listen to him while I get the link for you.
Yeah, so thanks, Nick. Let me give you very quickly why futures are relevant and important. I got into futures about 3-4 years ago, really full time, when I got into a full time running the hedge fund that I'm running, primarily for a few things that are important. How many of you really did not make money last year? You know, last year was a phenomenal year. We started at the bottom and we closed at the highs of all-time highs, literally, right? So I'm sure most of you have made a lot of money. You would want to protect all that. You know, you don't want to lose most of it. And one way to do that is to hedge with futures. Okay. uh, in the future session, what we cover is not just about futures, but I believe in the fact that you need to really understand how markets operate. That is very important for you to know. So there are a lot of technical indicators that will help you use as a part of your toolkit, that can help you become a much more smarter trader, smarter than 90% of the people out there. And let me give you one statistic, right? Um, 97 or 98% of hedge fund managers do not beat S&P. Okay, you want to be able to beat the S&P. How you do that is you want to leverage significantly higher, and whatever profits you have, you want to protect. And when you hedge, when we are talking about hedges, it means it is an insurance. That means you got to pay. one of the things you will learn in the futures classes is how can you actually hedge where the other side actually pays for your hedges. Okay, think about it. You get paid to open a hedge, and if the markets drop, you get paid more. Those are some of the strategies that we will learn about it. And the last thing that I want to leave in the future sessions is more in terms of very directly, where it can help you with your trading with very specific buy and sell indicators that you will get for thinkorswim, that you can actually use for trading futures on a day-to-day basis, not just for Nasdaq or S&P. You can use it for trading any of the futures that are there on the market. So hopefully, that should give a good idea about what the futures event is. I think we have two futures events that are scheduled. One is sold out. We had one sold out event already, and there's one more that we have a few. I would strongly encourage you guys to come over, because it is great meeting up with all of you in some of these events. Nick, anything to add?
Look at that comment on the screen, and the feedback from the futures event was unanimous, and it was huge. And so that sentiment I've heard many times. Yeah, we do have, I think, 5 spots left in the Texas futures event, and I invite you guys to ask questions. Oh, and by the way, I've been lazy, and you can benefit from that. I was told to take down the 3 payment option on it, so you can split it off in 3 equal payments, and I haven't done it. I just realized it. Sorry. So anyway, I'm going to have to take it down by tomorrow. So if you want to take advantage of the 3 payment option, you just break it up into 3 payments. It's like having a nice car for 3 months, and it's information you're going to lose, you use to for the rest of your life. So by the way, if in case you don't know, you're going to have tools, proprietary tools that would help you trade, whether you're trading futures or not, but they're awesome for the futures. And I'm going to tell you something. In order to trade the futures, the content, when I listen to the content, no interest. When I listened to the content, it was a lot of other stuff that you need to know that make you a better investor all around. So it is, I can't even, I'm such a believer in it. I sound like I'm saying all kinds of stuff in order to get the point across, because it's that important. You cannot, I don't count, so all professional traders that I know that are successful, that are over the decades successful, they all trade futures. All of them. Not one of them doesn't. All of them trade the futures. One of them jumped into our room yesterday, and she was blown away by the room, by the way. And she had a hedge fund and all of that. So they trade futures. And if you ask them, they wouldn't trade without the futures. So you need to learn it, and we have a way to get you get a jump start on things there. Also, if in case you don't know, the Discord, some of you already belong there. If you don't, I'll give you a link. Raghu also has a mentorship program in there. Yeah. So it's not like we don't partner up with many people, but when we find a good person, Raghu is available for that. You can inquire within, and that's another level up if somebody's interested. And if you're not a member already, we did invite outside people. Simplestocks.net, you can subscribe, and there's no commitment. It's month to month. The content is amazing every day. Write-ups before the market open, prepping you for the market. Write-ups middle of the day, most often with a trade. Sunday, do it twice on Sunday. On Sunday, I'll do 2 hours reviews of charts, your charts, not mine. And then at night, I forecast the week. And guess what? We have a live room open all day. So if you're not a member and you're watching this, thank you for being here. You can become a member and trade all day. 300 people in the room. They'll be instant friends. Don't ever trade alone. So focus on the message today. To become a complete trader, you need to know the futures. So I invite you, and this year, has to be the year you learn the futures. You can go out and plunk along all by yourself. But if you're able to travel, I invite you to take one of those 5 spots that are available for March, early March in Texas. Texas is easy to get to. And when you do, all kinds of doors open up. All kinds of doors. So this is my spiel. I trust in Raghu's trades to where if he says take this trade, I take it. I don't need to research it. So it's good that I do every once in a while, because we will have 2 heads together and the level of conviction will be high. The guy knows charts. The guy knows options. He knows the macro, top-down investor. Whenever he recommends something, I can blindly take it with confidence. So I know he knows what he's doing. All right, I think we're almost out of time here, Raghu. Did we miss anything? I think we touched on all the points.
No, I think we touched on all the points, and definitely I am there on the live room occasionally during the day, and I'm on Discord most of the day. If anyone has any questions, feel free to reach out. Just post it there, and whenever I get a chance, I'm able to respond. But I think, take the opportunity to join us in the events. And for those of you who want to benefit from some of the mentorship, I wanted to extend that, where I've done mentoring for the folks in the tech industry. I want to continue that. That's the way in which I'm able to share some of my knowledge and give to the community. So that's what. So Nick, for you to close.
Look at the statement right there. It says MK. Hi, MK. So MK says they recover the cost in 1 week. I think it can be faster than this. So I obviously I was at the event and I was listening to some of his strategies, and I took 2. One, you can hedge your account you can get paid to hedge your account. Okay. And the other one is the ladder. And I was able to deploy it in a relatively small account, and it was profitable the next day. It went really red when the market corrected. I didn't do anything because the parameters weren't breached. And then before I knew it, I made $1,000 in about 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, or 3 weeks in a relatively small account. So those 2 things you will walk away from with. So I personally learned something, and had I paid for it, I would have made my money back or half my money back in just 2 to 3 weeks in a small account. That's the key point. All right, we're out of time. help@simplestocks.net if you have any questions. You know where to reach us. We're in the live room all freaking day. If you can't reach us, you're working really hard to avoid us. And the Discord is popping, hundreds of people in there, and we're adding tools every day. So that's it. Raghu, I know you have issues you need to tend to your family. Thank you for being here anyway. Folks, he has urgent matters that came up, and he still made time for us. Thank you, man.
Thanks,
all right,
guys.
folks. We'll see you next time. We'll see you tomorrow, most of you.